welcome back to my channel. So on today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I get asked about very often, natural hair. My natural hair specifically, and also kind of a natural hair 101 for those who are newly natural out there. Although it may seem like a lot of black women are going natural, a lot of black women are still just starting their natural hair journey. Some of whom have just big shopped, some are thinking about going natural, and some are just starting their transition journey. So this video is going to be geared specifically toward you. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and sort of some how-to and go-tos, I guess, for when you're just starting out. The number one tip would definitely be moisture. I didn't realize how dry and how thirsty my hair was until I went natural. Constantly moisturizing it, keeping it hydrated with oils, butters, creams, all kind of stuff like that. And when you're first starting out, you're gonna have to try to sort of trial and error. You're gonna do a lot of research. You're gonna see what works for your hair and things of that nature. Especially when you're transitioning, it's very important to keep your hair moisturized, because a lot of people know that when your hair is transitioning, it's very, very prone to breakage, because the demarcation, I think is the line that it's called, is when your natural hair goes into the relaxed hair. So that little fine line is very, very brittle and it can easily snap. So if you want to prevent that from happening, you want to definitely keep your hair moisturized, keep it detangled, and keep it nice and curl neat. Typing is a big one when you're first going natural. I'm not gonna lie, I myself was a bit obsessed with finding out what does my curl pattern look like? What do my curls look like? What am I? Is it 4A, 4B? Am I 3C? What am I? Don't be so concerned with that or obsessed with that. I'm gonna do another video talking specifically about this. In the African American community, there is, and it's sad, but there is sort of the good hair and the bad hair. And a lot of people, when they're going natural, are like, I don't want the bad hair, I don't want the kinky afro nappy hair, I want the curly hair. You have to accept what you've been given. No product is going to change what naturally grows out of your head. You're just going to have to accept it. But curl typing does come into play when you are figuring out what products are going to work best for your hair. There are a lot of other things that go into this, but curl typing is part of it, figuring out what works better for your hair. Obviously, if you have a finer texture hair, heavier products like butters and creams and heavy things like that aren't really going to benefit you. They're going to weigh your hair down and they're going to cause a lot of product buildup, and you should kind of avoid those. Now, people with thicker hair, more kinkier textures, your hair is stronger, so it can hold that. You know, it can, what's the word I'm looking for? It can take that kind of heaviness, you know, if that makes any sense. But if you have finer textured hair, you might want to go for something lighter, like a watery cream or your lighter oils, whereas thicker, coily, kinky hair would go for something a lot more heavier. So that's the only time that I would let curl typing come into play with my hair, but don't become obsessed with it. Don't become obsessed with it, because it's not pretty. And curl envy starts to come into play, and a lot of people are thinking, you know, this product worked for her hair, so it's going to work for mine. That's not necessarily true. There are a lot of things that can go into how your hair takes to certain products, your diet, your workout regimen, all kind of stuff. You just have to figure out what works for you. Like I said, another really big one for newly naturals, I can attest to this: resist the urge to over manipulate. I know you cut all it off, you're so excited, you're ready to go out and buy all these products, you want to spend hours in the bathroom with your hair and getting to know it, what it reacts to, and just, you're obsessed with it. And that's perfectly fine as long as you resist the urge to over manipulate it. If your hands are always in your head, you're always trying something new, you're always doing a new style or whatever, while that can be fun, it can also make your hair very weak and brittle and prone to breakage if you over manipulate it. So kind of let your hair breathe every once in a while, or you will start to break. Another one that I would recommend, especially just starting out with your natural hair, is avoid heat. avoid direct heat. I do not use any blow dryers. I do not flat iron my hair. I don't do anything with heat. And I would suggest that, because personally, I don't really like my hair when it's straight. It's very flat. It don't have the body, the bounce, or the volume that I have grown to love. So I think that you should just really sit in your curls for a while before you decide to straighten it or flat iron it or blow dry it or whatever. I think that you should just get used to rocking your hair in its natural state and the way it is curly first. And heat damage is a big thing as well. So if you want to avoid that, avoid heat at any cost. You just got your curly hair. You don't want to. Another really big one, especially for newly naturals, is getting to know your hair. This is going to be a point that I reiterate quite often. You want to wet it, look at it, feel it, love it, enjoy it. Just become one with your natural hair, okay? Get to know it. Try out new products. Try out new styles. Try out new tips. See what works for you. There's going to be a lot of trial and error that comes along with being newly natural. So you just got to figure out what works for you, what your hair best reacts to, what regimen, what system best works for you and your lifestyle. Just have fun with it and get to know your hair. Another one that kind of goes along with curl typing, and like I said earlier, I'm not going to lie, I can attest to this. Don't be obsessed with getting the perfect curl. I have heard so many girls who are newly natural. I was one of them. When you first go natural, you're all about getting the product that best defines your hair. You don't want any frizz. I used to hate frizz. It used to be like the plague. But it used to be like the plague. I hated frizz. I wanted my hair to be very defined and very curly and just what I thought was gorgeous. And I've noticed for me, as well as a lot of other girls who have been natural for some time, all that goes out the window. You welcome frizz. You want your hair to be big and voluminous. You want it to be fluffy, and that's just what I'm all about right now. I love the humidity. I used to hate the humidity because when I would take my twist out and then I'd go outside and come back in and my hair be out to here, I hated that. Now I'm like, yes, it's gonna rain today. Yes. Yes, especially like on day one hair, like when my hair is like shrunken and tight and just so defined. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. And 4 years ago, Brianna would have been like, yay, I love this. It's so curly, it's so defined, no frizz here. No, I don't like that anymore. So don't be so obsessed with it. Embrace the frizz. Embrace the frizz. Embrace big hair. I love big hair. I want it to be out to here someday. Oh my God. Just fluffy and full and playing in it. Yes, natural hair goals. And that's all the tips that I could think of for this video. If you have any questions specifically, if you are newly natural, tell me your story. Why did you decide to go natural? What products are you using? Are there any tips and tricks that you've picked up along the way? Let me know about your experience and your journey all in the comments down below. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can always hit me up. All of my social media links are listed down below, as they are always. I hope this was helpful to all you newly naturalistas out there. Enjoy your hair, embrace it, love it. It's beautiful. Play in it, rub it, feel it. I love it. I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, stay tuned. What?